For you, Peter, anything?
I'll get my phone out.
Right. Go on. Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse George, will you get out of the way?
Well, for my score.
Turn this way towards you.
One more this way, very quickly.
Thank you. Okay. Grab a seat there, mate. Sit there. Hey.
I'm normally allowed to talk, are you?
I'm not allowed to talk.
Right. Fire away.
Okay, well, welcome.
Thank you.
To Sky Sports. Now we've been through so many transfer windows with speculation over your future, bids made for you turned down. You finally moved. How does it feel to be a Stoke player?
It's just incredible, really. You know, I've waited for so long for this opportunity. Now I'm just happy that it's all over now and I can focus on my football again and getting back to what I used to do well. So I'm excited, and all the lads and the fans have made me feel so welcomed, and the staff also. So I can't wait to go.
You talked there about finally being able to get back to your football. What has the past 2 years been like for you?
As you know, like any player will tell you, if you're not playing, that's one of the worst situation you can ever be in. Like, we're footballers and all you want to do is play, come in, have a smile on your face, just enjoying your football. And it was very difficult for me for the last 2 years, but I've put all that behind me. It's made me a stronger person mentally. So now I'm just looking ahead the future and then hope to create some great memories here.
Looking back, do you have any regrets personally about any of the way you sort of responded to things, how you acted through that time?
Yeah, of course I've got some regrets. Obviously I could have handled it much better, but you know, I was still a young lad. I got put in a situation where I don't think most footballers will ever be in. But you live and learn, I guess, and we're here now, and I'm just so glad to be here.
Did you ever feel anger, bitterness because of that situation?
Yeah, it was very hard for me, especially when the fans didn't really know what was going on, and I was the one to blame. But you know, I take all my actions, all the wrong things that I've done, and obviously I think I've said it before, the West Brom fans deserve an apology from me for the way I've gone on. But now I'm here and I'm just raring to go, really.
How did you leave things? How did you part with Tony Pulis? Were there words spoken between the two of you?
I've never had a problem with Tony Pulis, you know. Neither the board, I should say. It was all well, and I never got involved with it. It was more my agent. I just stayed away from it after the first incident, obviously not being able to move the first time. So I just kept myself to myself, and I just tried to do what I can to get back on the pitch. But obviously, with circumstances, with things happening around me, I couldn't manage to do that. But now I've put that behind me, and I'm just glad that I can get back to doing what I love doing.
What can the fans here at Stoke expect from you, having sort of them watch from the outside, I guess, from the past couple of years? Some people might make their own assumptions. They might think you're a troublemaker. What can they expect from you?
Well, I can expect an honest lad. You know, I love the game so much. I've grew up around football. I've always wanted to be a footballer, and I got a great passion for the game, and I just want to get back and help my new teammates now, climbing up that table, and then just getting back to enjoying the football and putting smiles on people's faces.
Were there times that you ever thought you'd never get to this point? Did you ever feel like just walking away almost from the game.
No, and there's always an end to everything. You know, I always believed, and I'm a great believer in things happening for a reason. So everything happened for a reason. I got taught a great lesson. It's made me a better person now, like I said before, and you know, I'm just happy to be here.
And how have you found your new teammates? How have you settled in with them? What kind of dressing room is it here?
It's a very lively dressing room. All the lads have welcomed me very well. There's all sorts of characters in there now, and they've made me feel so welcomed. And it was the first proper training session I had with them today, and really enjoyed myself, and we're just happy to not have any thoughts or negative things going through my head and just enjoying training for once.
And how is your fitness? When can we expect to see you making your debut? Could you potentially play against Everton?
Well, hopefully that's what I'm aiming for. I've had a good week in, did some extra bits with a sports scientist, so I'm feeling well, feeling good. Obviously I'm lacking a bit of match fitness, but that will come after I've played a couple of games, so I'm feeling well.
And after Everton there's a game against West Brom. How would you feel about lining up against them?
It will feel a bit weird. Obviously I've been there since I've been 11, 12, so it will be a bit weird for me, but you know, I'm there to do a job, and I'm going to say my hellos, and hopefully we get a win there.
And have you thought about how, you know, what kind of position you want to play in, you know, amongst the three, or sort of a partnership? I know Peter Crouch has talked about potentially forming a partnership with you, the same as what he had with Jermaine Defoe. Is that nice to hear?
Well, very nice to hear. I would love to have a partnership with him. You know, he's got loads of experience. He's a great player, and I'm sure I'll learn a lot from him. So I don't mind playing as a second striker, as a number 9. I can play on the wings also. So for me, it's not a problem combining with any other players.
And we have to go back to the 2014-15 season. You actually got into double figures that season. Can you rediscover that form? Can you get back to that?
Of course, I'm still young. I'm only 23. You know, I'm still learning the game. I've got a lot to learn. Still not the final product, and I know that it's gonna be a good year to get back to where I was. I believe anyway. So I'm just trying to focus to getting back to where I was, and then hopefully I can kick forward and start well.
And you're of course part of the England setup as well, playing for the under-21s. Have you got ambitions and hopes to potentially be considered again for the England setup?
Definitely. I've had a taste of it with senior, being called up once with the senior team. It was a great experience for me, and it was something that I will never forget, and I want to have the same feeling back. So obviously I'm miles off getting called up. I know that I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of things to do. It's going to take some time, but there's always hope, and I've always believe that I can get myself back in there if I kick on and start doing well here.
Who's to blame for this going bad side? I mean, was it you? Was it Tony Pulis? Was it Jeremy Peace? Who's ultimately to blame?
Everyone got a part to blame. I think one thing the scenarios wasn't explained clearly to me, so I was in the background not knowing what was happening with my own career. But you know, things happened, and it was a long period, but it's all over now, and I'm just so happy.
Why didn't you get sold to Spurs, do you think?
I don't know. I never, like I said to you, no one gave me an answer, you know. They'll reject bids, and that was the end of it. No one sat me down and told me the reason why we're not selling you is because X, Y, Z. They just left, and I just carried on doing what I was doing.
Did you think you were going? You were going to be a Spurs player?
No, because no one told me that I was available to for any team to buy me at the time. So I knew I wasn't really going anywhere. But then towards the last bit of the window, I kind of started to believe that they might let me go, but it never happened. So we are it is what it is, and I'm just happy to be a Stoke player now.
Things hit a low around that time, and was it almost difficult to play for West Brom? Because I think at one point, one of your own teammates assaulted you, didn't he?
Not assaulted me. It was hard for me because fans didn't really know what was going on, and when you're hearing your own fans boo you and not realising exactly what I've been put through, it hurted me. Like, it hurt a lot, and the players, fair play to them, they understood exactly what was going on because they're in the training ground day in and day out. They speak to the managers, so they knew what was going on. So they actually supported me through that tough period. So the assault, I don't know where that
Were you
come
not
from.
hit by one of your teammates?
Nah, I wasn't hit at all. Didn't hit
After
at
a
all.
match?
Nah. Arguments, it happens all the time. Yeah, it happens in the change room, but no one ever had a fight in the change room.
But were there plenty of bust-ups always with you?
No, I've never had a bust-up with anyone. So I don't know where that's come from. I know there was one incident that came out in the press about James Morrison punching me and XYZ, but that was never the case. We had an argument because obviously we conceded a goal in the last seconds of the game against Cardiff, and this was way before. This was my first season at West Brom when I broke through. So that's the only bust-up I've ever had at the club.
How did you leave on terms with the players? Did you go around, shake everyone's hand, and was it all friendly or not?
Yeah, he was definitely friendly. Sent him a text as well, wish them all luck for the end of to the end of the season, and everyone wished me well. And obviously, I'm still in touch with some of the players there, of course, because I've been there for so long. So it's all happy, it's all good. Even Tony Pulis, I spoke to him, so everything is good.
Towards the end, he sent you away for specialist training, didn't he? When you were going to France. But he also hinted that you possibly weren't mentally right. Would you disagree with him that you could have played?
I wouldn't disagree with him. Obviously, it was hard for me at the time, especially not playing. You know, when you're not playing, you don't have nothing else to do but think about what's going on with your career. When you're playing, you get distracted a bit, you focus on the game, but I didn't have that. So, of course, I wasn't mentally right, and there was a lot of things going on at the time. So, I think the club made a brave decision. It was good that they supported me and sent me away on camp, and I got my mind back and started thinking about football again.
Ultimately, though, for what you were sold for in the end and for what they could have got from Spurs, did West Brom lose money on you, really? Because you haven't been playing.
Well, that's for them to judge, you know. I'm not going to get involved in the transfer fees because it's nothing to do with me, really. But they made a choice. They sold me, and we just move on.
You had a tough time when you were a kid, it's well documented. Going through this over the last couple of seasons, not playing, how low did you get? Were there some tough points?
Definitely, it was very hard. You know, when all you wanted, all I've ever wanted to do is play football, and when that's taken away from you, you are lost a bit. But I was very lost, and it was hard for me. But you know, I just thank Stoke, especially for having so much faith in me, for coming window after window, wanted to sign me and showing their interest. And we finally done it, and I'm here, and I'm just so glad, and I thank God for that.
Kirsty mentioned the West Brom game, not the next one, the one after. Realistically, can you play in that game, really, at the Hawthorns?
Of course I can play. That's what footballers are paid to do, is to go out there and perform. You know, it's not gonna be great, but I've been booed before at that ground while I'm playing for them, so it's not gonna make a difference for me, really, if I'm gonna get booed or not. I'm just gonna go there and trying to win the game.
You know Gareth Southgate. You
Yeah.
played for him, haven't you?
Yeah.
That might help. Have you spoken to him, and are there chances there for you?
Well, it's too early for that, really. You know, my main focus now is to focus really here and get myself going and getting myself back to what I used to do. I haven't really had a think about England or getting a call up or being back there. It's hanged up somewhere in my room. That's a target, but it's not realistic right now.
Just finally, you said to us a couple of seasons ago that you wanted to play for a bigger club. You wanted Champions League football ultimately, didn't you? Is this the move you wanted, to play for Stoke, and what are your goals here?
Of course, every player has ambitions, you know. Everyone want to play with the best players in the best league and whatnot. this was the right move for me. Stoke showed their interest, spoke to Mark Hughes, and he's a very good manager, also a good man management as well. So it's something that I needed. I need a bit of guidance right now after having such a hard time at West Brom. So I need to come somewhere where I can get guided a bit and get put back on the right track. So this is definitely the right move for me right now, and I'm here to win, to help obviously the club get back up, and hopefully one day we can be in the Europa League.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Yes, I could just ask, obviously you have this time out playing first team football. How long do you think it might take you to get back up into the speed of first team matches?
I'm not far off, you know. Match fitness, I'm not far off either. You know, the sports scientist was actually surprised with the work that I did and how much I could actually put in after not playing for so long. So I'm not far off at all, and I've trained with the first team now, fitting in well. The lads have made me feel welcomed as well. So I'm good. I'm good.
And you talked about the possibility of a partnership with Peter Crouch. Also, when you look at the creative talent in this team, you look at the likes of Arnautovic, Charlie Adam, Bojan. I mean, does that excite you as well?
Definitely, that's one of the things that attracted me to come here at the start as well. You know, there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of goals scored here as well, and so I'm just looking forward to that and being part of that and also contributing with the goals.
You talked about needing some guidance. Obviously, Mark Hughes, you talked about how you admire his man management, but what about him as a player and a goal scorer? What can you learn from him, and how can he help guide you into getting back to that form that you were in?
Obviously, everyone knows in this room that he was a great striker with the way he played, and he's already been helping me in training with one-to-one finishing. So that's exactly what I needed, being away from the game for so long. So I just can't wait to get back and start playing and getting that feeling again before a game.
Is that you lot, folks? Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.